Hey guys, welcome to another session of, you know it, Theorycraft, alright? And I was thinking about a Halloween pun, Theorycraft. I really just, took that from the Yuri invitation thing right there, but to get started, we got a couple topics I want to hit this week. One is with the Halloween banners released. We got some feedback on the Halloween rates. I want to talk about that in association with that, with Christmas, also with Valkyrie Profile coming, what that means for Xenogears, and I think Xenogears is going to be confirmed, possibly. It's not confirmed like verbally, but I think we have enough evidence that it will come. Other little interesting things like the app update that we've got recently, where arena changes, cap increases. I do want to talk about that as well. So like newer players, maybe you're just watching this for the first time and you're just like, well, I had no idea this feature was in the game. Maybe we could get into it. And of course, because this was all in JP, but they've kind of pushed the schedule forward so that Global is getting it earlier. Now there's also some implications of like, what that can mean, right? Why are they pushing these features earlier but not like the mixer feature or the blender feature? Like, what's going on? Or maybe are they going to come sooner? And we're going to get to that discussion today, and I'm going to try to cover all of those topics, and I think it's going to be fun. First things first though, last Theorycraft session, I introduced the FFBE community to the TMR pun game. But, I think I would rather say like the materia game or the abilities game, because at least so far most people have been using ability based TMRs, not like gear, like equipment. So I don't know, whatever, we would call it TMR pun game for now. But sometimes you could call free abilities, you could use free ability name too, right? So like there's like one called Divine Protection, there's one called Chilling Aura, right? So those are not TMRs, those are abilities from like past events or whatnot. So, feel free to use that. I do want to give a shout out to two people that I selected from the comment section from the previous Theorycraft when I introduced the game. And one is Julian J. So Julian J made some really good ones, and it's like it took a lot of work for sure, and I gave him credit on the YouTube comment itself. So Julian J, if you're watching this, shout out to you, bro. You get the first one. So his comment reads this. He started off slow, but he commented on his own comment. He just kind of like spitballed, and like his brain just went wild, right? So it gets better and better. So first comment was this: my friend's girlfriend is a heavy chimera. So whatever that means, it probably just means that she's big and ugly. Feels bad, man, but it was pretty funny. I laughed. And then the second second comment was, he always talks about me. Wait. He always talks to me about. I think he means she, I guess. Oh no, he. So his friend's girlfriend, right? He always talks to me about how he gives her prodigy goggles. Freak and beep. I'm gonna beep out any profanity. And then the last one is the good one, right? But they love each other. He buys her ribbons for her hair, artisan berets, and angel earrings. He's the mood maker of the relationship. He has huge amount of acceptance for her. She buys him gifts like a wrestling fan. He's a wrestling fan, so she got him a champion's belt for his birthday. He's also big into hats, so she got him a Bombardier bicorn for their anniversary. It's real proof of talent, love, and wisdom. They have a strong bond. I'm jealous of their relationship. He says He says she calls him the Drowned King during beep, alright? And he says kinky at the end. Anyways, that was a really long story, and for the most part it made sense. So I'm like, you know what, I'm like, dude, I gotta give you a shout out at least to commemorate that. I know it's been like about a week and a half since that previous Theorycraft, so it's pretty good. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat, guys. I'm still sick from the week, so hopefully it doesn't bother you guys. The next one comes from Jeffe, or maybe Hefe. I'm not quite sure. It's Jefe. So, dude, you get a shout out as well. He did a pretty good job. He says this could be the drink talking. So, drink is a TMR, I think, from the friend point unit. And there is a seed of hope, but the callous strategist in me says Fravia is probably a death trap. I guarantee everyone will throw a raging fist. So throw is a TMR, raging fist is a TMR, at Gumi's clown staff. But whatever, as always, when things get dark, Fina's swimsuit is still the best distraction. So distraction and Fina's dark Fina swimsuit. So that was amazing because he separated the dark Fina swimsuit with the comma to make it separate statements, but it actually made sense. So that's actually really good. And what he's talking about Fravia is the previous Theorycraft I was talking about Aurora Fravia and what that might mean for the original one. So anyways, that was fun to wrap that up. Anyways, if you guys want to keep the TMR pun game, and it's still happening, I still see this in comments, like people are just spitting this out like gold, right? Little pieces of gold. I'm really enjoying reading them. So yes, that is the TMR pun game. I'm glad that some of you guys actually enjoy it and actually think about it. So anyways, we'll move on here. So I did want to talk about the Halloween event. Now the Halloween banners, I did my review on them during the live news session. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely check it out. But I'm pretty sure like right now everyone knows how good they are. Now I will say that Lilith and Lucius, both of them are actually pretty good at what they do. Like, Lilith is a solid tank. She has a bit lower HP than I would like as a tank for passives, but a lot of interesting stuff in her kit, especially in the arena. She's a counter monster, and at the same time, so if you're fighting her as an AI, if you don't kill her in one turn, most likely it's an instant wipe to your team, unless you got Awakened Rain or a magic tank covering. Otherwise, it's magic. I think it's magic-based attack, AoE, just like constant hit. But I think it could be physical attack if I'm not mistaken as well. Physical attack counters if she got physical hit, or it might be just HP recovery. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, really good. And Lucius also counters as well. Lucius being a dual wield unit, I think he's the strongest dual wield unit to date in global with our 7-star releases. As in, he has the highest attack. He can get to the highest attack, nearing 2,000, and if you gear him up with full STMRs, he can easily reach 2,000. Batzilla says it's magic. Okay, it's just magic counters. So you could count it with Rain, but I tried doing it, and my Rain still died. And my Rain is pretty beefy in the arena too, and so Lilith is definitely like the new arena meta. She can charm, I think, AoE as well, if you get her 7-star. Which is just really annoying. She's really annoying to fight. So if you guys have like multiple 7-star Liliths in the arena, oh man, you're just gonna have an easy time, because she can also dual cast her Aurora Chaining family at level 110, which is magic base, which means you can't miss. But the only thing is that if you're fighting a team that has both fire and dark elemental resistance and really high, then you're not gonna do any damage whatsoever. But regardless, it's gonna be interesting if it's like a full team Lilith fight versus a full team Lilith fight. And then I said this before, Lucius's TMR and his STMR turned out to be the better ones to me, especially Lilith's TMR, the mace, yes, 95 spirit, but on a mace, I don't know, I haven't really found it to be that useful. I've seen like the best Liliths pretty much dual wielding staves, but I mean, if you want some extra passives, use her TMR. With Item World, her TMR might be okay. Her STMR is not that great either. Yes, you get a 50% fire and dark resistance, but as Kyle on Discord has mentioned before, it's pretty much Zargaboth's STMR. It's also like Alfreda's STMR, but Alfreda gives you 30% HP, defense, and spirit, and also true double hand, 50%. Which arguably to me, that's more worth it to me. But and her STMR is locked to using a mace to get the defense and spirit buff. So all in all of the Halloween units are pretty decent. Now, I think the old banner is what takes the cake. And we're going to talk about the rates as well and the experience that players have been having. But the old banner, Demon Rain 7-star, Draco Laswell 7-star, Grimlord Sakura 7-star, all of them, and people have been testing them, putting them into the builders with STMRs and just TMR builds. They can last very long in the meta. They're not going to go away anytime soon. And even some of them, like for example, like Demon Rain, for a physical tank, he can last as long as Wilhelm does. And the thing is, his counters are really good. It's still really good. Like, it'll still do pretty decent damage. And for trivial like event type of trial bosses, it's just going to be really fun to use Demon Rain, because Demon Rain himself most likely can solo those, again depending on what kind of damage they do. But Draco Laswell can imbue himself. He can do AT chaining, so Absolute Tranquility, or in global I think it's like an Absolute Mirror of Equity, which is CG Laswell's chaining family. So even before we get CG Laswell, Draco Laswell already has it. And the reason why I think Gumi did that is to invest in this unit for the future meta. Because Axstar, Oron, Carlet, a ton of these future game-changing units will have access to AT frames. It's a Laswell chain family. It's one of the strongest chaining families. Usually it's like a modifier with a 50% ignore, which is really good. And usually it doesn't have an element to it unless it's like on Carlet or something, or Oron. But usually it has some kind of Imperial stacked to it, or some kind of 50% ignored to it. So it's really, really powerful. And of course Laswell, apparently he can hit 2,000 attack. 2,000 attack, he becomes a true double-hander, and he can dual cast and triple cast, and apparently he can get 100% evasion while he's at 2,000 attack. That is just incredibly strong. And so Grimlord Sakura also gets TT chaining family. She gets triple cast with her TMR equipped all the time. And so she becomes one of the best mages as well. I think someone's geared her up with some STMRs, and later with Carlet's TMR, a 75% TDH magic. If you put that on her, she'll have insane magic. I think the highest magic I've seen someone say that she got was 2,700. 2,700 is not something that even Marie in FFBE JP has. Marie from Xenogears. Oh man, it's a really crazy banner. Definitely one that people would want, but the banner rates are terrible. So let me, with that segment, I wanna go to my chat here and see if I can catch up anything here. All right, so oh man, okay, so 21 says that's jefe in Espanol, so in Spanish, which means boss. So sorry, Jefe or Jefe, for mispronouncing your name. Let's see here. And again, I'm responding to these guys that have directed their message directly at me. That would be probably the easiest way for me to... Terror, welcome to stream, dude. And Darth Dingus, hey man, welcome to stream as well. Yeah, Demon Rain is broken. They're all really broken, guys. They're all really broken. Right, so the next thing is the rates. All right, I mean, we can take a look at the actual rates posted here, but there's also a thing where people are getting a feeling that the rates are lower than usual. Now, if you take a look at this, if you take a look at the featured summon, Lilith and Lucius are obviously the featured one. They are the new units. If you take a look, it's a 50%. Oh, sorry, not 50%. Wow. 0.5%. 0.5% on a feature summon if you're pulling from the 3-star, like the rare summon tickets. So 1% chance to get them, and of course Demon Rain, Draco Laswell, Grimlord Sakura, they all share in the rest of the pool. There's no rate up for them in this banner. If you keep scrolling down here, I mean, let me find it. It's gonna be a big pool, so it's easier to scroll on the phone for this one. Featured 11 times summon. So if you're doing just the 10 plus 1 summon, just a regular 5k, not the step up, you get a 1.875 chance to pull them because of that 5% chance that you get from the rainbow now. And then everyone other than 5 stars gets increased rates, of course, in the pool. But wait, no, it's not. It's not, is it? 0.1562. Hold on 1 second. I want to make a comparison. 0.1562. Yeah, so everyone gets an increased rate because they're all sharing in that 5% pool. So we go to our I want to find the old banners here. This is Citrus Macmedi. So Citrus still here, of course. And we got the release banners, so they should be in here as well. This is, yeah, Citrus still. 1 second. I want to compare the numbers. Yeah, this is the feature. This is the release summon. 7-star release summon. Ico Beatrix, yep, again. Oh, wait. This is it. Apologies for the scrolling, guys. Here we go. Alright, so this is the banner, and the only banner, pretty much, if you're pulling Lapis and tickets, their official banner. Demon Rain, Draco Laswell, Grimlord Sakura. If you take a look at this, rare summon tickets, they have a 0.33 chance. Because it's a triple rainbow banner, they obviously share in that 1%, which makes it incredibly hard to pull them. As you can see, if you're going for them, and you're going hard for them, it's very, very unlikely you'll get them. If you think about that 0.33 chance, I don't know how much you have to pull there. You times it by 100, at least 100, maybe? No, maybe 50. About 50 like unit pulls for you to might obtain one of them, and then let alone there's 3 of them, so it's really hard to obtain a 7-star if you never got them in the past. Obviously I do regret this, that in the past I didn't pull for them, but it's almost near impossible to get them now, unless you're just extremely lucky or you have too many resources. But to get them all at 7-star, consider yourself really lucky, let alone STMRs. This is if you pull the 5+1, so it's the 11 summon, so 10 plus 1, you get a 5% chance. Of course, they increase to a 1.25 chance each, and then the rest of the banner rainbows share in that pool. I do believe this does count if you use a 4-star rare summon ticket. Alright, so it says rate for 1 guaranteed 4-star, and then also the 11 summon. So this only has a higher rate for that 1 guaranteed 4-star, and I do believe that this is also the rate for the 4-star tickets. So as you can see, it's still a very low chance, but the 4-star tickets are probably your best bang for buck if you're pulling them from tickets. All right, don't expect it too much from the 3-star tickets, I think. Let's see here. Now there is the Halloween banner. I'm not quite sure. 1 a day limited. Yeah, if you pull on this, I mean, you may as well do the limited, guys. In my opinion, they're worth it if you go for the limited. If you don't have enough Lapis to pull the step up, or you already pulled all of your step ups, I would definitely recommend, if you have the Lapis, pull the dailies anyway. Most likely in a day, you should be able to get back 250 Lapis. It should sustain you, but you're just not going to increase anymore if you're free to play and you have nothing else to grind. But just like completing your 5 arena orbs a day, the daily login stuff, you should be able to. I would definitely recommend to do it. At the time right now, it's still the cheapest value per unit. So that's what I'm kind of doing. Hopefully I will be able to get a rainbow, but you know, I've never been really lucky with dailies, so I don't really expect too much from it. I want to double check if the Halloween banner is in here. Would that be in a rare summon? The Halloween as in the spooky banner. The guys on stream might know if it's actually in here or not, but I don't think it is. Step up summon. Oop. Wow. That was weird. Okay, that's pretty glitchy. I'm just gonna... Okay, that actually doesn't work. Anyways, also EX ticket rates are also really high. The EX ticket rates, if you have 5-star guarantee tickets, I think this would have been a really good chance for you to pull them. Let me pull it here. Okay, so here, because if you go for the 5-star guaranteed ticket, all of them share in the exact same percentage. So if you actually do the math, a 1.2% chance to get a Demon Rain deleted, Draco Laswell. If in the realm of probability, you actually get the same amount of chance to get them here as you do pulling on a 4-star ticket. So technically it could work. I mean, if you have it, obviously I think they might be worth going for it. And it's like, the only thing I'm debating is like, usually I save my EX tickets here. Hold on, let me pull it up. Usually I save my EX tickets here for like celebration pulls. But for this banner, I'm considering actually using it. So you guys will know. You guys know every single one of my pulls, especially those on Discord. They even know when I pull off stream. Now, these Halloween tickets, oh, there's drop rates here. Oh, does it work for this? No, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. So yes, Halloween tickets, apparently the rate is up for all of the old units. Now, so I'm gonna hopefully, you know, by the end of 13 days, it's already 2 days past the event now, so another 12 or 11 days left, we'll have all my Halloween tickets here, and hopefully I'll get the rainbows there. Man, it's really tough. Let me catch up to the stream a bit. Again, I have said this, that a lot of people that usually get pretty good, you know, results from their pulls are telling me they're not. And these guys are not like complainers or whiners. These guys know what they're doing when they're pulling. They know it's RNG, but they're telling me, in their honest opinion, it seems that there has been lower rates. They feel like it's gone back to the old 1% rates, but who knows. 21, I think he's not on stream right now. He was here at the beginning, but he said that he usually pulls like about like 200, almost 200,000 lapis on like Malphasi Cersei's banner, on Deus Ex banner. He's gotten like all STMRs, but on this one he hasn't really. And he's not a complainer at all. He doesn't whine. So when he says this, it's like in his honest opinion. And Terror also recently joined us, and he's been really helping me financially as well where he can. So thank you, Terror. Shout out to you. But he says the same thing. He's like a mega whale. He has like all STMRs, but he's got like bad rates on it as well. He says this: look for the wallet destruction banner. That's what it should be called. That's what he says. He's no complainer as well. I mean, this guy, he's got like what, 12, 16, or 18 Sephiroths? He had the picture to prove it. So I'm like, wow. Okay, so if he didn't get good pulls on this, like who else? And you know, I don't like usually mentioning other YouTubers, but I will talk about Dyer here, as most people know that Dyer is like the ultimate whale. Like he just doesn't stop. I mean, like, man, I wish I had his resources, because I want the units he has, but even he had bad luck. So I don't know. If you're weighing, I mean, people are doing like just conversion of probability, right? Like Dyer did like crazy pulls, like it was like someone said 200,000 lapis, but then I got updated information he pulled 400,000 lapis, but he like finally got a Demon Rain STMR or something like that, and it sounds crazy. 400,000 lapis. You calculate how many units come from that, and then you calculate the amount of units that he actually got. It's just nuts. So right now, like, you know, I said in my news video, I'm like, I was really hopeful. I'm like, man, these units are so hype. I'm gonna pull for all their STMRs. You know, honestly, I don't think I even have enough resources, even if I were to go all out, like completely all out. All out in the sense that you guys never seen me go all out. I don't think I can even get them, all right? And here's where I'm debating. I'm like, should I just cut my losses, you know? Just skip it? And the thing is, like, there's a part of me that, you know, I have a problem, guys, all right? Jagan has a problem. There's a part of me that really wants to do it, but there's also a part of me that really dreads it. So I have no idea. At the end, I'm gonna say that I most likely probably will do it, but yeah, it's gonna be really tough. Zan says luck doesn't matter when you have unlimited lapis. That is the thing, but still, man, salt is salt. Holy crap, I would not be able to stomach watching him pull it, because I would just feel so depressed. Like, if he pulled all that and he got a ton of rainbows out of it, I would be way happier. Because I mean, it's not my account anyway, so you know, why wish him bad luck? I would just want him to get all the rainbows he wants. But you're just seeing him spend all that and he get nothing out of it. I don't know, man. I really think Gumi's really got to fix this banner. The triple rainbow banner situation is really terrible, and we're gonna segue that onto another topic as soon as I catch up on stream here. Alright, Terror is talking to someone on stream, and he says this: in 90k of 10+1, he got 1 rainbow. Wow, shoot, man. Terror, feels bad, man. And I honestly, sincerely, for anyone suffering on this banner, I honestly, sincerely feel bad for you. Because these units are so good. They're so awesome. But it's just so bad. It's just so terrible. Badzilla says, I can't imagine the box cleaning after that pull. After Dyer's pull? Yeah, holy, totally. Oh, man. I wonder if there's a way to, like, systematically have, like, some automated box cleaning for you. Later, I think it should be a feature, a quality of life feature that Gumi should implement. Have filters, whereas, like, you know, fuse all units, copies of this, you know, maximum 4 stars, you know, stop if it's at like a certain TMR %, etc. Like, be able to do that and just automate it. That would be super awesome. Something whales would definitely want. But of course, most people most likely won't care about that feature. But I think it's still really good. Oh, Mortrix, man, you suck. So, Mortrix says, I feel bad for people suffering on this banner too. Feels good, man. He has a feels good, man. Mortrix really loves the salt. Oh, man. Is it worth starting JP now? It's always worth starting JP, in my opinion. If you're playing free to play anyway, JP is much more generous. I would say on JP, you'll be able to get more rainbows. About 30% chance more rainbows on JP. And the reason why I say this is because they have so many free rainbows, like once every like couple events. And I'm talking about like free, like an EX ticket level free. So if you play JP, you just grind at like I don't know, 2-3 months, you'll be like pretty set. And their rates are better anyway, so let's see, Chaos Jin says, but for me, I'm super lucky on these limited banner. 7-star Lucius, 7-star Grimm's lucky as being free to play. Yeah, of course, there are always people that will skew the odds. And I have been seeing that free to play players who doesn't really like, they're like, meh, they're not putting too much into it. They've been getting what they want. But for people who are just like, okay, I want this unit, they're just not getting it. It's really sucky, but it sucks. Yeah, Morchik says tomorrow, JP will get a 5-star EX ticket. Just for free, just like that. And, yep. That's how JP is. Again, I'm not comparing global to JP. I'm just saying, yeah, if you are a player and you're just like, oh man, I feel like playing FFBE, but I don't feel like playing, you know, being salty all the time, and language barrier is not a thing for you, play JP. Easy, very, very easy. Easier to re-roll accounts as well when you start, so it's really awesome. Jeremy Jackson, good morning. Now, I'm gonna jump on to the next topic here. Triple rainbow banner like this one. How does this look for Christmas? This must be on people's minds already for Christmas. Most likely, let's assume, because Christmas, we've had 2 Christmases so far. First year, rainbow was White Knight Noel. Awesome provoke tank. He's got enhancements. His provoke gives him a 50% physical and magic damage mitigation, which means you can stack that with global damage mitigation, and he gets 150% defensive spirit buff when he does that provoke, every single time he does it. So he's one of the best damage soakers for provoke tank. If he gets a 7-star form with 7-star passives, I think most likely he might become a magic cover tank. If he doesn't get any cover ability, he's not going to be really used. So Demon Rain, he was a physical provoker, and but he gets physical cover. So I'm thinking they might do that for White Knight Noel. They just flip it, right? So Lilith here is also a tank. They didn't want to conflict the 2 kits, so they made her like a Bosch one, without a provoke, without innate single target covers, but she could cover both. So my speculation is White Knight Noel going to be a magic cover tank with a really strong provoke. Now, judging by the justice they did to the Halloween units, I'm going to assume that the Christmas units are going to be really insane. Okay? Really nutty, as I usually say. Now, second Christmas, Christine and Kryla came out. Now, Kryla was an interesting unit when she was first released because she had really good breaks, like 50% breaks were really good, and 50% like 6 or 7 or 8 elemental imperils. I think 6 actually. 6 elemental imperils, and then of course Christine, super awesome mage that can chain perfectly with Trans-Terra's Chaos Wave Awaken 2 with a Snow Burial. And she has like breaks in her kit. She could get really decent magic. Her TMR is awesome. And for those of you who know my account, I've got 5 Krylas on that one. I got 2 Christines, so, and 1 White Knight Noel. So when that banner comes, at least I won't be that scared compared to the Halloween ones where I'm starting from scratch. But if they introduce this sort of setup again, where they have 2 new Christmas exclusive units, time limited units, and they have a banner like this one, and the old ones are stuck on the old banners, feels bad, man, for any player who wants to chase them for their even their 7-star or their STMR. Let's say if they never played in those Christmas events, it's gonna be terrible. I'm really hoping. I know, I mean, this is obvious. I mean, I said this in the news before. This is the perfect chance for Gumi to convert players. Again, I'm going to repeat this here in this Theorycraft, so it's like a lesson for everyone. One of the key things for any gaming company, especially a free-to-play gaming company, is they always try to develop features where you're just borderline wanting to spend money for it. Now, I have a couple friends on Discord who are generally free to play, but even for this banner, they're like, oh man, you know, I don't get paid until like next week. I really want to like finish up the step up, right? They become dolphins. It's the whole thing for these free to play games to have features where it's just like, for whales, you know, they can just go crazy, but for free to play players, and if they made money, these free-to-play players, they're always on this edge. It's just like, oh, maybe if I just spend $10, I'll get this unit. Maybe I just spend $50, I'll just get this unit. I'm gonna only do it one time. And that's how gacha gets you, gacha games. Once you're hooked on it, once you spend $10, next time it's 15, next time it's 50, next time it's 100, next time you're a whale, right? I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. I know that some of you are really, you know, reserved, and you know, real life comes first, so there are circumstances where you just don't have the budget to do this. Totally understandable. And of course, some of you guys have better wisdom, and you're just like, you know what, you know, for $100 I can get like a full-on AAA game for my PS4 or for my PC, for my Xbox, right? So, you know, to each their own, right? So this is not a discussion on how you should spend your money, but it's more of it does work. This does work. So my suspicion going forward is that, you know, Gumi is not gonna change this setup anytime soon. They are saying this pretty much in your face, as in, you know what, for those of you who have been loyal customers in the past, you get benefits because you get enhanced awesome units easier, right? Because you already had them before. For newer players, here are some new units we want to give to you. You know, have fun with this. And the thing at the end of the day is it's not the end of the world if you don't get all the units, unless you're just crazy at collection. But anyways, I'm gonna read the chat a bit here. So again, just a reminder, if you guys want a direct conversation with me or to address a comment, definitely at me, at JaganX here, so I can respond quicker as I'm glancing through the sea of text. Got one Christine, one Kryla. Very afraid of this December, says HeadTube. You're already in a better position than most people, dude. People who have 0 are, man. I introduced this game to my boss. He went ham during near banner and got salt only. He still brought it up till now. Oh wow, HeadTube. Ooh, feels bad for your boss. But at least he's a boss, so maybe he makes a lot of money? I don't know. Oh man. Buvivi says, I got a rainbow crystal, but Roy showed up. Feels bad, man. Oh yeah, that's another thing too, is the off-banner rainbows are crazy during this banner. Like in my pulls, I got, so far, I got 4 Lilith, 1 Grimlor Sakura, and that's not spending little resources. I spent quite a bit of resources, but I got 2 off-banners already. Which, man, I have no idea, guys. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling super confused about this. Morchik says, looking at Kryla's skills makes me think she'll be weaker CG Summer Lid and Fina. Feels bad, man. I don't know. You know, if anything, more tricks. If, you know, Kryla ended up not being a unit that lasted long, but Kryla's TMR arguably is one of the best TMRs even in game right now. I mean, it's near STMR level as to what it brings, because 25% all elemental resistance, 15% spirit, it's stackable, and 1 LB gauge fill per turn. 3 of like the most important things, especially going forward into the meta. I won't have any doubt that her STMR is amazing. Alright, to me, in the split banner, there is always one amazing unit in terms of kit, and one that shines in TMR STMR. And what I mean by TMR STMR, and some people were making a correction on me in my news video. I said Malphasius STMR wasn't that good. And when I do have to say that. Apologies if that was mistaken. In terms of when I rate an STMR being good or not, I never rate it in just like that unit specifically. Now, arguably, it is probably going to be a really good STMR for all hybrid damage dealers. But when I did rate it before, I was thinking of like it's mostly useful for her specifically. And Malphasi's STMR has too many bells and whistles that it makes it really weird. But these guys are laughing on stream here, Terror and Mortrix, because one day there was this guy, and I'll give him a shout out. Maybe he's watching my YouTube video, but maybe he hates my guts now. He came to my Discord. I don't know if I should mention his name. No, I won't mention his name. Just for the sake of, I do respect you guys. All right, no hate for anyone here. He comes into Discord, and you know, I was AFK, but I reread his messages. I scrolled up, and he says, I came on and joined just because I wanted to say that Jagan is so wrong about Malphasi's STMR. This was right like at the maintenance, before we knew about the 400% cap raise. And so he comes on, and I come on later, and I'm like, hey man, welcome to the Discord channel. And I'm like, I stand by what I said. It's not the best STMR. And he was just like, he's like flipping out. He's like, okay, right. It might not be the best for like mages or physical damage dealers, but it is the best for hybrid damage dealers. And then all of a sudden, like a ton of guys on my Discord, they kind of came to Morchix said his name on stream. I'm not gonna say it in the recording, Morchix, alright? Just to respect the guy. Alright. Anyways, he comes on and he says this, and I'm just laughing because to me, like this kind of argument, I'm not trying to be like, you know, the know-it-all. Most of you guys who know me, and most of you guys make fun of me. People who know me make fun of me because they know that I'm not. They know I'm a noob. Alright? I'm pretty newbie. Like, I'm learning as I'm doing stuff as well, just like most people. So I'm not like all the way up there. So when I get corrected on YouTube or, you know, anywhere, if there is a basis for it, there's a foundation for it, I'll admit it. Like, I'll admit my mistakes. I'm totally fine with it, right? Because at the end of the day, how stupid would I look if I still hold on to a mistake and saying that, no guys, no, I stand by what I said, but then I'm totally wrong? How stupid would I look, right? So obviously no, I want to learn so I can give the best information. But at the time, I still didn't think that was the best STMR. Now, a ton of guys on my Discord, they just like defended that statement. I don't think they did it to defend me per se, because I know most of them, when they said what they said and said that, well, Malphasi's STMR is not the best because this, they gave valid arguments, and arguments that I would agree with, like points I would agree with. And so you know, I didn't think that they were really defending me, but I think from that guy's perspective, that new guy, he actually felt that he was getting like ganged up on, maybe, because like there came a place where I wanted to stop the arguments, and I just said, okay, enough. And what I meant by that was that you know, I don't want him to get, you know, feel like he was insulted. That's what I meant by enough. But he took it as like I told him to shut up, I think. So he responded with like a smiley face at the end. He's just like, yep, it's enough. And he has a big smiley face. Now, it's very scary when someone gives you a message and has a smiley face, but the text reads like it's a threat, right? Isn't that really creepy, right? And then sooner than later, like maybe like within like 2 minutes, he leaves the server completely, right? So we have a bot that actually tracks who comes in and leaves the server. So he leaves, and then I'm just like, I told the guys on the Discord server, I'm like, guys, he's left, and people are just like, lol. They're like, LOL. They're like, what the heck, man? And people started making fun of me after, because like I think within like 20 minutes, it showed the app update saying that there's a 400% cap lift. And then feels bad, man. Jagan is completely wrong, because then Malphase's SDMR does become one of the best SDMRs because it has 20% attack and magic passes in it. You see? So, dude, if you're listening to this, the guy on Discord, if you're listening to this, if you would have stayed just a little bit longer, you would have rubbed it in my face. But then now you can do it in the YouTube comments below. Anyways. Oh, anyways, my little story is over. Sorry, that might have been too much information. I thought it was funny. Okay, sorry. Getting pings on chat here. So let me read this. Oh man, Terror, you're so bad. Terror says Jagan paid us, but we all know Ravenheart is best STMR ever. Oh man, he's making it look like scum, dude. Darth Dingus says, dude, if someone going to seriously get mad at you for having an opinion about the game, they have serious problems. No, I don't think he was mad. But he honestly thought I was a joke. Like, the way he talked, the way he presented himself, and added a smiley face at the end of every single sentence, I'm pretty sure he was just like, you guys are jokes, man. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And in a way, I also don't appreciate that kind of attitude either. Like, I'm fine with being wrong, but there's a way to do it professionally, or how do you say, more maturely. Obviously, now if you know me, like if you're a friend with me on Discord, which, I'm pretty active on Discord, so a couple of the guys, like, they roast me all the time, and I know that they love me because they stick around. And when I'm actually down or have bad news, like they're there for me. So like, I know these guys, so when they roast me, it's like totally fine. But like a complete stranger comes in, brings the roasts with a threatening smiley face, oof, feels bad, man. It scares me. We'll continue here. Mortrick says, Jagan, you'll pull zombie Jake. What does that have to do with anything, dude? Zan says he's coming to your house. Feels bad, man. No. Do you call a sword or a saber? I call a sword a sword. BVOV. Terror says he never roasts without salt. Anyways, okay, we're getting a bit sidetracked. There's a lot of story time here with Jagan at this moment. Story time with Uncle Jagan. Alright, guys. That was a creepy voice. Alright, so with the Christmas units coming, if the banners are going to be like this, we're going to have big trouble, guys. Hopefully it doesn't, and hopefully, we do have a bit over 2 weeks. We get all the way to Sunday, not the usual Friday cutoff day, for these units. So Gumi is doing everything in their power to make sure you get enough resources to pull. Is it time for another expansion in our story, like our main story in the world here? I'm not quite sure, but if they are expanding that to Sunday, I'm hoping for the free-to-play players' sake, and even for Wales, that they are expanding story, so we could grind a bit of a lapis just before that banner ends. That would be really nice. It'd be a really nice thing for them to do. But this is Gumi. Sometimes they give us good stuff, sometimes they don't. One thing I wanted to note was the unit of choice tickets. This time they gave it to us with 1,000 King Mod currency, which is really good. So I'm gonna actually go there right now. We may as well make this like a visual thing, so everyone gets a benefit. So really quickly. Obviously, I have purchased like all the tickets I could at this point. Obviously, I didn't. There's one more, of course. Always one more ticket. There you go. It's done. All right. So this is the only item that is worth 150,000. Now, for those of you who are collectors, there is no reason to get this whatsoever. All right. Even if you're free to play, this is just way too crazy for you. By the time you grind this, you could grind TMRs that could do pretty much the same thing. And the thing is, like, most units won't need all stats like this at the same time. So if you are like looking at it and you're wondering which ones should you get, I would say this is the least priority. But you know what, whatever. Like, I mean, if you have a full team of 7-star units, you have a 600% bonus, and it's just too easy for you, I would get that. But in my opinion, if you want to spend high price King Mog stuff, I would definitely go for the Pure Chris and the Giant Chris here. And the reason is just because, like, oh man, with all these Glex units and getting enhancements, I mean, Barbarizia is getting them, Grimlord Soccer is getting them. If you never pulled Demon Rain or Draco Laswell, they're, you know, you need to upgrade them. I would definitely do this rather. If you're farming them. This is obviously the week after. Use your energy to farm the caves if you haven't. But yes, they gave us the unit of choice ticket, as you can see here, for 1,000 King Mod currency. Now, whether or not this is carrying forward all the way, I'm not quite sure. Or is it that Gumi knows that this event is just really hard for new players? Like, extremely hard because of the rates. That's why they're getting it cheaper. I have no idea. We'll have to see by the next King Mog event. But something for us to keep in mind. Are they becoming more generous? Are they just doing this for this banner? I'm not quite sure. Another thing is, I mean, we may as well cover, because I am moving on my conversations here, we may as well cover some of the new features. Obviously there's a 400% cap lift, so for most of you who are building your units, make sure you hit the passives first generally. But if you go to your menu here and you go to your player info, there's a new emblem thing. Now this emblem thing didn't come on JP until much later. In fact, so we got 3 major changes: is arena changes, emblem changes, and then we got the 400% cap lift. I think those are the 3 main ones. Now JP, when they got their arena change, I believe they didn't have the emblems right away, like in the same time. And obviously they got their cap lift way earlier before the arena changes. So one of the things is that Gumi seems to be speeding up a couple features. Now, is it because it's just really easy features to implement that won't conflict with later other feature updates? I'm not quite sure yet, because like you could imagine, like arena could be a whole separate pile of code, right? It doesn't really intersect with like your other menus. So for example, the mixer feature will be in your shop later on. Your unit categorization, if you haven't played JP yet, JP can categorize your units to enhancement units, your regular units, and then now with a recent update, all your units combined, 3 tabs, so it's really easy to sort, really easy to do stuff, and also separate unit boxes. You can imagine that's like all different code. So why the arena? I'm not quite sure either. We are getting Whale Arena Week. It is apparent, the same setup as JP, where every week you get different bonus units. So the best ideal thing is you get a 100% bonus unit, you'll get better points. The more points you get, the higher ranking you achieve. The higher ranking, the better rewards you'll get at the end of the week. Now, it's kind of interesting that the end of the week rewards, so let me see here. Does it show the rewards here anymore? Ranking rewards, here though, here we go. So, I mean, it's better than JP in the sense that JP is rank 1 to 1,000 for these regular weeks to get a 5% trust Moogle, to get those burst pots. But look at those burst pots, man. Rank 1 to 3,000. That's very generous of Gumi, first thing. But 8 king burst pots? Does that not amaze you? That's pretty amazing to me. So I mean, maybe it's a bad thing I'm making this video so people are learning how to play arena. But yes, here you go. So 100% bonus points, you have to pull or have to have those specific units. Obviously, if you're full free to play and you get unlucky on some banner pulls, or maybe you're skipping certain banners, it's going to be harder for you. But of course, you get the 75%, 50% ones, and then 20%. I did mention this, that that in the news video, that you'll always get the regular story units, as you see on the bottom there, for 20% for free. So you don't have to pull anyone for that. The 50% is relatively easy if you played for a while. Generally, if there are 3 stars on the banner, you will see them here. And if they don't have enough 4-star, 5-star, or 3-star units for that specific week, that specific banner, they will fill in with some random rainbows. So I mean, this week, because we have like all of them, and I don't know if Gumi will change it, because that's how JP does it. Maybe Gumi will stick it just to the banners, which would be really hard, because then everyone's got to pull for every single banner, or at least get a rainbow from every single banner, which becomes, again, a good money grab. So one of the things that the arena changes is that it does make the companies more money. So JP obviously had a great success in this change, and therefore I believe this is why Gumi implemented this much earlier than we have expected it to come. Otherwise, it should have been at least another 6 months, maybe 4 months before this feature actually arrives to global. But they've sped it up. Now there is a whale arena week. If they're doing the same thing as JP, once a month they're gonna have 1 week where whales will come out of the closet and play arena, where whales will refill their arena orbs as much as possible to get really great ranking rewards. Now those ranking rewards, again, if they're the same as JP, they come with empty trust moogles. So what empty trust moogle containers are is that you can fuse any unit trust moogle to it without the unit, and you can get that TMR if you fill it to 100% after you introduced the individual trust master moogle to it. Okay, so that is really good. It's very coveted, very valuable, very valuable. It means that if you wanted a limited unit TMR that's from a raid, but you didn't have the resources to pull them, or you didn't get them, you can still get their TMR from it, as long as you keep that moogle from the raid and you keep an empty trust moogle container. But like I said, very expensive. You also get unit of choice tickets, 5-star EX tickets, and of course, if this is pending that this is like JP, they will have different ranks. Like they will have rank 1, 2, 3 all the way to 10, and then they'll break it down to like 10 to like 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to, and it goes down the list like that. I've tried playing that on JP Arena without spending any lapis at all. I ended up being about 30,000 rank, which if you look at me right now, I never spend spend lapis to fill the orbs. If you look at me right now, I do pretty well. 645. I haven't ranked up yet, so I haven't gotten any free orb refills. But for those of you who know me, is this Howl? Howls? No, that's probably not Howl. I was just looking at him, like, hey, wait, is that Howl? Anyways, yeah, I don't spend any lapis on it. But for Whale Arena Week, might be good. I don't know. But if you want the best prizes, it's not for free to play. What I mean by that is expect to spend about upwards of 15,000 lapis to get into a rank where you get a pretty decent reward. 15,000 lapis. And it also means that you get no sleep, because to optimize your best rank, you need to finish or use up 1 orb per hour the orb is refilled. On the second rather. It's best if you could speed run it. And the thing is also, you should 1-turn KO every single arena unit. Time is of the essence when it comes to Arena Week. Whale Arena Week. That's what I'm going to call it. Whatever they're going to really call it, I have no idea. Whale Arena Week, time is of the essence. Sleep, you'll have none of. Lapis, you'll be dry of. So it's not for the faint of heart. I definitely don't recommend it. If you want to be rank 1, you'll be competing with rank 2, because the guy in rank 2 will keep spending lapis non-stop for the full week, 24/7 every single second that he can fill the arena orb, he'll be doing it. So rank 1 players, I have no idea how much lapis they'll spend on it, but expect upwards of 100,000 lapis. I wouldn't even be surprised. If I do the math on the amount of minutes it causes, this would be really fun to Theorycraft actually. The amount of minutes they need for the RNG to, 1, select them to go preemptive first, and for them to wipe out the other team, and then also without any connection errors, to be able to go to the next arena battle right away, and then also to refill right after you beat it, and to keep doing that over and over. And that means you can't even grind the event going on that week. If that week there's a raid event, if that week there's a King Mog event, nice try. You're not going to be grinding that, because you need every single second to get rank 1. But someone always gets rank 1. That's why Whale Arena Week is such a good moneymaker. It's so incredibly good. It's nuts. Man, whoever thought of that, man, gotta give him a hand, because I like thinking of features, game features as well. It's really fun. Anyways, I'm gonna catch up on the stream really quick because I'm done with this section here. What can you Theorycraft for Grimlord Sakura enhancement? I hope Kwaicast. Grimlord Sakura enhancement? Dude, we already know what Grimlord Sakura enhancement is. Chaos Jin. I think maybe someone mentioned that to him. Bad boy, yes. Arena will be full of troll teams from now on. That's what he said. Yes, exactly. Especially during Whale Arena Week, they want troll teams to stop, to hinder the opposing team from ranking up faster than they do. So, if you're arena buff, if you're arena junkie, and you want the best teams, obviously, I don't know, I don't need to be teaching any experienced arena players, they already know this. You need the best combo of really good AI teams, so auto attack AI teams, so they're going to rely on limit bursts, rely on counters, etc., and rely on survivability and self heals, counter heals, and also a mix of when the player actually uses that team to engage in the arena, they also have to be able to kill in one shot. So with Lilith, as I was mentioning at the very beginning of this Theorycraft episode, with Lilith, she is one of the best arena units now. She can counter and wipe out the entire team. She's hard to kill. She can also chain and wipe out the entire team by herself, but then again, locked to that Darkened Fire. So if anyone wants to counter Lilith, make sure you gear up at least 2 units, one most likely your healer or a DPS unit or someone with Dark and Fire resistance, and then Lilith can't do anything to you whatsoever. Even if she charms you, she can't hit you, she can't scratch you. So anyways, those are just my little tips there for strategy. Yes, Darth Dingus says, "Whoa, what? They're bringing empty trust Mugu containers to global now?" Yes, they are. They are. Maybe you should show JP Arena. It's Whale Week. Oh, Mortrick said that. Man, I don't know. I'm kind of lazy to swap screens at the moment. I think I've done a video on it on JP on YouTube. So if you guys want to know what that looks like, I literally had an episode up. I don't know what I think I called it Whale Arena Week or something like that, or JP Arena event, like something about whales. Basically search Jagan X Whale Arena. It most likely will come up. FFBE JP. Is it Logan Ninja says sellout? Yeah, I'm selling out my own videos. Promo, self-promo. And I literally actually like record the entire stream of my last couple seconds or last couple minutes of that arena week. Because in the last couple minutes, there's always people competing. So I had to like actually use Lapis and just go all out on arena for those last couple minutes before the reset. It goes all the way until the reset. And trust me, even in that video, you guys will be so scared when you see that. In that video, I dropped like hundreds of ranks. I think 100 ranks at least. Every second I went to use my arena orb. Every second. And I was just like right on the edge. But the only good thing was like I had a good internet connection. I had I think I was still a whale during that time when I was doing it, and I had really good one-turn KO units. Bad Boy says there are already 2 Lilith, 2 Awaken Rain. Oh, Ayaka troll team already got me now. I have to equip Rain with Dark and Fire resistance. Yep. As long as you get 100% Fire and Dark resistance, or it might be 150 if she can Imperil, you'll be fine, completely untouched. Mortrix, what were you trying to post there? Well, Darth Dingus. So one thing Darth Dingus is saying, I don't know what I should use the empty TM container on. At least 10% or 100% TMRs, a much of a limited unit one. So one of the things is Darth Dingus, you don't have to think about it too much, because like I said, it's very, very, very hard to obtain empty Trust Moogle containers until they introduce the Blender feature, and I'm pretty sure they won't introduce that anytime soon. And the reason is because Blender features will help players be able to clean out their unit box, and I'm pretty sure Gumi wants to do the best ability that they can to help us expand our unit box before we could do anything. So waste Lapis or waste expansion vouchers, and that way they can make more money, because then players will be suffering from Lapis, and then again going back to that whole development game concept cycle that people will say that okay fine, I'll spend $5, I'll buy the 100 Lapis because I'm trying to make up my expansion box. That's how it will work, and for sure. Morshik says, yeah, you could Reddit the arena event thread. So I guess that's for everyone, maybe? So I'll read that out for everyone there. Terror says he can't expand anymore. Well, Terror, you're a mega whale. But But I think it's like once every couple months they do give us like free expansions, or they increase the cap. So probably coming soon, hopefully. Yeah, it's way too early for Blender. These guys are making fun. Yeah, okay, let's move on really quickly, because this is, well, man, this is going to an hour. A lot of stories, a lot of things discussed here. Hopefully you guys have been entertained so far. One of the things I do want to also talk about is the rewards wheel. I didn't want to make a mention of this. Now, it's all good. Everybody gets some free lapis here and there. It's all RNG. Yay, fun in the sun. If you pull all 5 spins every day, you should be able to get 500 lapis per 20 days. So I mean, it is a way for Gumi to give us something free, right? For about 30 seconds or so. Well, 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds of your life watching it, skipping it, getting some stuff back. It's not the worst thing. Now, of course, Gumi is making money from the advertisements, so yeah, they'll always be on the winning side. You know, so there's some people that have told me, like, they're not complaining about this being free, but they're saying that, yeah, it's kind of a low move for a company like Square Enix to introduce that. I don't really have any thoughts about that myself, but I don't know if you guys have any thoughts. So those guys on stream, of course, you could address it if you want. I'm fine with free stuff. Yes, you kind of jump through hoops to get some free stuff, but we kind of do that with our daily missions kind of anyway. So, you know, I'm not too upset about that. Obviously, those who are on YouTube, you know, feel free to comment that below, but it's not the most interesting thing to discuss, so I probably won't expect to hear much feedback from that. Alright, here we go. So, Darth Dingus got 100 lapis on his first wheel spin. It's the streamer luck, man. It's the streamer luck. Watching the stream, apparently people get lucky from it. It's weird. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to talk about on this this Theorycraft is the Valkyrie profile banner. So Valkyrie profile most likely is going to be the next event. Most likely it's going to be a raid. We got a story event, we got a King Mog event. Most likely it's going to be a raid event like this coming week. And so Valkyrie profile most likely will be that raid collab. So like I said in the news video when I was talking about the Halloween units, is that this month is definitely a very stressful month, especially for free-to-play players. You had to prioritize and plan ahead, knowing what was coming. And I had to really skip this step-up summon because I just don't have enough resources to do it. With all the off-banner rainbows we can get from these two banners combined, the Halloween and Valkyrie profile coming, it was just not worth it to pull on this. Valkyrie profile, if it is like JP, so some of you guys might have heard, like other YouTubers have been saying, oh man, Valkyrie profile is coming. So if it's like the JP banners, you'll get like a couple days where it's just Lenneth, a couple days where it's just Freya, a couple days where it's just Argrim, and then like a couple days at the very end of it, it's all 3 combined on the same banner. Now, they did something like this for Xenogears, but for Xenogears, they also updated a couple things. One, if you pull 5K pulls, you get a guaranteed ticket, which then you can actually select the specific unit. I'm not quite sure if Valkyrie profile had it, so for those of you who may have JP knowledge here on stream or maybe even later on YouTube, maybe you could correct me there. I don't think they had those kind of tickets, those limited tickets back then, but they did have triple individual banners for specific days. Now, I'm speculating that Gumi won't implement that. If Gumi implements something like this limited time banner here, with just the three rainbows on one banner, yes, people are gonna outrage. It's like, whoa man, why isn't this like JP? You're making this impossible. But you know, again, I know it would suck. It would really suck if they did that. I kind of want Argrim's STMR, but I don't want to say this early anymore. I've kind of learned my lesson. If I say like, oh, I want this guy's STMR, I'm just never gonna get it. Alright, that's just my luck. It really sucks. But I do want his STMR. Out of all the STMRs, I think his was the most worth it. If they do come, I kind of want like 1, maybe 2 Freya's TMRs. And I don't even know if I want to pull Lenneth. She doesn't have many chaining families in my recollection. And then also, I mean, she's a good damage unit, but then she falls off the meta because she just can't hold her own there. Terror says Dyer ran out of lapis, but that doesn't mean he will get more, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He has infinite resources, different levels. I can't compare at all whatsoever. But yes, would Global do that? We will see. And why I brought this up is that if Valkyrie profile is going to be, you know, like this banner, like this Halloween banner that we see here, triple rainbows on one banner, then most likely Xenogears will get that same treatment. Now, one of the things that in our data mine, we got some stuff that points that we might possibly get Xenogears stuff. Now, it could be just a copy and paste of what JP had. It just implemented it in. Because by the time Whale Arena Week was out, the Xenogears assets were already in the app. Right? They're already in the app because Xenogears came before the Arena Week. And so we got data mine, we got images, PNGs of the animations, the frames from Xenogear units. I think from Saiten's LB, if I'm not mistaken. And so they might come. But at the same time, people have been saying that Secret of Mana might come too, because there was data mine info on Secret of Mana, also like PNGs and whatnot, so assets. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there will be an event. So right now, Xenogears might not be coming, but it could. It could really. With Valkyrie profile out, like I said before, originally on a previous Theorycraft long time ago, I was saying that, oh yeah, maybe we won't get Valkyrie profile, maybe we won't get Secret of Mana, maybe we won't get Xenogears, but now maybe we will. We gotta admit, those who play JP and know about the JP's events, we do know that Xenogear units are like kind of like a what do you call it? A turning point, a cornerstone in the meta. Like when they dropped on JP, they like shifted everything. It shifted everything for mages, shifted everything for physical damage dealers. In global, I don't believe we're gonna feel that kind of shift. And the reason is because we do have Grimlord Sakura. Like I said, she could get really high magic, as high as Ellie. But Ellie, I mean, she has stacking skills, but same as Grimlord Sakura. So I don't know yet. But a lot of people were gonna pull for them because Ellie is still really good. 100%, all of her base elemental imperils, fire, water, earth, and wind, and then pentacast for a couple turns, I think, or one turn after. Which is amazing. And the Saiten, very strong damage dealer, even till now, even with Axstar in the meta, except that his chaining skill, his best chaining skill is locked to water, but he has really strong machine killers and man eaters, and he has a really good STMR. Katana that has man eater in it, really high attack, with percent, like passive attack as well. So really good for that 400% attack cap. So whether or not Xenogears will come, that is something up in the wind, but definitely more grounded now with Valkyrie profile being announced. I mean, they really just gave an excuse. Wasn't this Valkyrie profile collab because there's like a Valkyrie profile mobile game release or something? So totally, it was just like, okay, as soon as there's an instance of this franchise, they're like, bam, collab. And of course, we're still waiting here. Are we gonna get Tomb Raider collab again with X Eileen coming as 7-star? There's just so much up in the air right now. It's just really crazy to think about. So for whales, for free-to-play players, for anyone actually spending resources on this game, pace yourselves because you could kill yourself by doing this. It's just too crazy, especially if the rates are just too crazy. Jackson90X says, Jagan, how much money do you spend monthly on FFBE? I'm not gonna disclose it on stream here. It's just I don't want to. Yeah, I just don't think it's important. It's not that important. But you guys can deduct. You guys can pretty much deduct it from the lapis. So you know that's all up there. I'm not blocking or mosaicing my lapis count. So you guys can just deduct it. Someone posted the difference in pull video. Wait. Terror, what? Someone posted the difference in poll video? What do you mean? And I'm just looking at all the topics that we want to cover, and I think we've covered them all. And yeah, and so yeah, when I was talking about Christmas, so yeah, what about the Chinese New Year banner, right? You got Yoon, but yeah, Yoon is not. Nah, I don't know. Maybe he's really good at 7-star, but then you got Ong and you got Chao or Ang and Chao. So you know, a lot of stuff, guys. It's gonna be really hard for free-to-play players to be saving. See here. Wait. Terror is saying something here. Chill and positive. Dyer's insane draws. Hype over 9,000. I don't... Someone posted a difference in poll video? I don't get it. I don't get it, Terror. I still don't get it. I'm gonna wrap this up soon here. And I don't know if what Terror says is important for the topic. I'm not quite sure. You're not making any sense. Yeah, and then this has gone like way too long. This is my longest Theorycraft, guys. This is way too long. As long as you get 4 Aerith and 4 Axes, I'm happy. Oh yeah. Okay, so 21 said that. But one thing that 21 just reminded me of is that if anything, guys, we can unit of choice canon units. Now obviously if you want them on day 1, it's a whole other thing. But you can unit of choice them. They can come off banners. So I think for myself, I'm gonna adjust the way I play. I think if I can hold myself to my word, I think I'm gonna save my resources just for limited time banners and wait for off banners for other banners. That means I'm gonna miss out a lot of fun. You know, one of the things about these gacha games is that, you know, you pull once in a while. Right, see what you get. Right, you get a new unit, you get hyped about it, and you on to the next one. But I really think the limited banners are so good that I don't know. Something for me to consider, for you guys to consider as well. Maybe that's what you guys want to do. But again, you gotta wait a couple months at a time, which means at least like 8 to 10 events. Which, you know, can you do it? Right? Can I even do it? I don't even know if I can. Oh, MTL Wolf says the mood in each streamer's channel. Is the mood negative? What I mean is this person posted different categories of poll videos between streamers. The type of poll videos. Oh, really? Terror? So I'm in that video? Posted a different categories of poll videos between... Okay, whatever you're trying to say to me, Terror, can you DM me on Discord so I can save it later? I want to check out what you're talking about here, but I do want to wrap this up because I think we're out of topics, and yeah. Unreal Levy, I'm gonna say what you said here because this is really important. He says the trick is to play other games or being busy, as in take your mind off gacha or FFBE specifically. It really did help me. Last night I was playing I'm gonna do a self promo here, guys. Oof. Last night I was playing some Dark Souls, and recently, you know, I was introduced to Dark Souls. I have no idea. Should I even be mentioning this on this video? I was playing some Dark Souls, and I'm really hooked on it now on PS4, and I'm doing some, like, you know, light streams. A couple good friends come on and watch me play, help me, laugh at my fails. But it really does help me take my mind off it. And for those of you who know me, that I barely played any other games when I was playing FFBE, like, seriously. But recently I found that I really need that breathing room. It really helps me, you know, come back to FFBE fresh and not disappointed and, you know, not bored, right? And I think it is how FFBE should be played. Jackson 90X is Axar TMR copy and paste Elfrida TMR? If that is the case, I will save all my Lapis tickets and then we'll get 4 Axar. It sort of is. Axar's TMR is a bit better. It has LB fill rate instead of LB fill per turn. Both have their own uses, so I would definitely look into saving for Axar. Axar is a really good unit anyway. Elfrida is more like a TMR unit, if anything. TMR and STMR unit. But Axar, you would actually use him. So if you're like, oh, I need another martial glove, don't ham on Elfrida. Rather just save it for Axar. That's my personal opinion. Anyways, alright guys, I will end this here. It's very long. Thank you guys on stream for being here, and always giving me, and also Terror, I got your DM, by the way. Just keep writing and I'll read it later. Thank you guys. Again, a lot of stuff to be discussed here. hopefully, you know, this Theorycraft video does get good reception. What do you guys think on YouTube who are not here live? What do you guys think about all the stuff we discussed? Give me your opinions. You know, if I'm wrong about something, let me know. Like I said, I'm okay about it. You know, teach me, guys. I want to be a good, informative person for some newer players coming, and get the discussion rolling as well. Hopefully you guys had really good luck on this week's banner pulls and throughout the rest of the week. Again, it ends on a Sunday, not on a Friday, so you get an extra couple days here. So anyways, thank you guys for coming, and I'm gonna end this here. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next Theorycraft, or Theorycraft. See you guys later.